this kind of takes us into the whole area of identitarianism, doesn't it? Identity politics. And so I'll assume that you think that all those arguments done by the critical identity theorists are incorrect, or they're cynical, or are they part of an industry? Is it a combination of all those things, and has it had its day?
Well, it's all those things. It's all of those. It's definitely cynical. I mean, like with everything, a lot of things, well, not everything, a lot of things within liberalism are born from a place of goodwill, in the sense that there might be an oppressed group that is trying to be recognized and really is seeking some sort of parity, some sort of equity and equality. Not equality of outcome, but just to be seen and to be heard, and then to be part of that meritocracy. What happens after a while is someone just cashes in on it and says, who's the victim here? Who's the perpetrator? Who do we need to go after? What outcome do we want? And it's already decided before it gets started. And then you have things like critical race theory. And before you know it, you've got a whole bunch of white people that are feeling so guilty that they feel that they can't object to it. They wouldn't object to it. And it's just rolled out across schools. It's rolled out across mainstream media. And before you know it, that's the gold standard by which everything's measured. And you're like, well, hang on a minute. You know, in order for these things to work, everybody's got to be in agreement, and not everybody's in agreement. Mm. It's the same with any form of politics, particularly liberalism. You know, liberalism is something that requires everybody to buy into. So if you want everybody to be liberal and accept your views, then you need to get everybody on board. And the only way you can do that is to get everyone to agree. And not everyone agrees. So you can't have liberalism ubiquitously. You can't have anything. Marxism. You can't communism. Far rightism, whatever you want to call it, whatever ism you're after, you can't get it unless everybody's in agreement, which is fine. So there has to be a middle ground. In order for there to be a middle ground, I think you have to have an agreed set of principles, which is where all these things at the moment are falling apart. You know, nobody's able to tell you what a woman is on live TV, for instance, because they're terrified to tell you that it's an adult human female because of the transgender issue conversation that's going on at the moment. So there's no agreed set of principles anymore. You know, nothing to do with chromosomes, nothing to do with genitalia. It's just purely everything can be anything. Well, that doesn't work, does it? Nobody's going to agree to that.
Absolutely, yes. Excellent stuff.